Oh man. Oh man. Now, if you're reading the title of this video, you're probably thinking to yourself, what the hell, what? While the title might seem like clickbait, this is not clickbait, this is not fake, this is very much real, and I had to check multiple sources just to verify that this actually happened, which it did happen, and I still can't believe this happened. And this is probably one of the craziest current event stories that I've covered, and this might be the most crazy current event story that I've covered so far on this channel. So what exactly happened? This man in Florida, his name Dwight Turner, 50, he paid $150 to have full contact with a black leopard. So he paid $150 to be able to have full contact. And by full contact, I mean he would be right in the leopard's face. There would be no fences around, nothing to protect him. He would be right in front of the leopard, literally 1-2 feet away from it, where he was. And not only was he able to be in front of the leopard, he was going to be able to pet the leopard. He was going to be able to rub the leopard's belly and take pictures in front of it. Well, things went pretty bad when this guy did this. And so where did this happen exactly? This happened at a place called Poggi's Animal House. And this was run by this guy called Michael Poggi, who apparently runs some kind of exotic animal business from his home. So in the front of the front building is his home, and the backyard he has all these rare exotic animals. And apparently, from what I've read, he's licensed to have all these animals. So he's allowed to have all these animals, but further investigation has found that some of the cages that he keeps the animals in are actually inhumane. So he's going to have legal problems with that, but he's also going to have the biggest legal problems with what happened to this guy. So what exactly happened, and I'll read the article for you guys, and this is from Inside Edition, and I'll link it down below. Dwight Turner, 50, reportedly paid $150 to have full contact experience with an exotic animal and take pictures with the predator on August 31st. However, as soon as Turner entered the enclosure, the leopard charged at him and started the vicious assault that resulted in serious injuries to his face and head, obtained according to a report by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, obtained by Local 10 News. So this happened about 2 months ago, and this is being reported right now apparently because the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission had revealed this, so people apparently didn't know about this before, and this guy is now suing. So Dwight Turner, he's now taking this guy to court. He went for the jugular, took Turner's head in its mouth. WPLG reported Stephen Landers as saying the ear was pretty much removed. Detectives from the FWC said the ambush happened in an enclosure behind the home of Michael Poggi, owner of Poggi's Animal House and operator of the backyard zoo located in the town of Davie, WPLG reported. Investigators said Poggi's licensed to have the leopard. Authorities said Poggi admitted to police that what he did was illegal, according to Local 10. No wonder it's illegal what he did right there. You can't allow people to have contact with these wild and dangerous animals. I don't know what this guy was thinking by allowing this other guy to go in there. And now, here's the question. Who do I think is in the right in this situation? Is it the owner, or is it the guy who went in the cage? I don't think either of them are right. I think both of them made a stupid and idiotic mistake. The first one who made the stupid mistake is the guy who actually wanted to go inside the cage and pet the leopard. Why would you want to do something like that? Why? He paid $150 to be able to pet a leopard and reportedly rub its belly. Really? You couldn't pay me $150 to do that. I wouldn't take even $1 million to go inside a leopard's cage. I would not do that. These are wild and dangerous animals. They're extremely unpredictable. They're very territorial. I'm not an expert, but I know that these animals are very dangerous. They're very unpredictable. And even the people that train these animals, the people the experts, the ones that are with these animals every day, even they know the risks. And sometimes even the experts at the zoo, even sometimes they get attacked. So why would you let somebody that has never had a contact with this leopard before go into the cage? The guy goes in the cage, and the second that the guy actually went in the cage, the guy didn't even get to pet the leopard. The second the guy went into the cage, the leopard jumped at him. It literally jumped at him and went right after him. And apparently, the leopard had torn up the guy's scalp and also part of his ear. I don't want to show any pictures of what happened because it's just brutal, it's disgusting, and it's really horrible. So, moving on with the article, he was cited for a misdemeanor charge for allowing full contact with an extremely dangerous animal and for maintaining captive wildlife in an unsafe condition that injured someone, the Sun Sentinel reported. What I'm actually very surprised by is that this is just a misdemeanor charge. That's what I'm surprised by. I'm surprised this isn't a felony. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what a misdemeanor is, in American law, a misdemeanor is a crime where you're punished for less than a year in jail time. So any crime where you are put in jail for less than a year, that's a misdemeanor. A felony is one step further, where a felony is any crime where you're sent to prison, not jail, for over a year. So this guy allowed people to go into the enclosure, and this customer of his got attacked, and this guy's only going to get charged with a misdemeanor. I just find that really weird. And like I said, I think that both of them are in the wrong here. I think this guy is in the wrong, because why would you want to go and pet a leopard in the first place? And for the owner, why would you even allow people to go in there and pet the leopard? For literally, it's ridiculous. And the guy made him sign a waiver. But the waiver that the guy signed, it's going to be irrelevant, because like it says right here, that whole interaction that he had with the animal, that was illegal. That was not supposed to happen in the first place. So now this guy is suing. The guy's being charged with a misdemeanor for it. And what do I think is going to happen in this case? I think that Turner, the guy who got hurt, I think he's going to win this case. I think he's going to get a lot of money from Poggi. And the reason that I think this way is because this happened on Poggi's property. This was on Poggi's business. And as ridiculous as this sounds, he did pay for a service. He was going to go into the leopard cage and pet the leopard. And when he paid that $150, he was probably given assurances, and he probably thought that this was going to be safe. You know, it was still a stupid idea, but he did not assume, obviously, that he was going to get attacked. He didn't think that that was going to happen. Unfortunately, it did happen. Poggi is the idiot for allowing this to happen and allowing the guy to go in there. It was his business. He should have said, no, you shouldn't come in here. And at the same time, Turner probably didn't know what the law was, that civilians, like, people who didn't have, expert licensing could be able to handle animals like this. And so he probably was not aware that he was not allowed to pet the animal. But at the same time if they can prove that Turner was the one who was egging on Poggi and saying, oh, let me get in there, let me pet the leopard, and Poggi let him do it, then there might be more of a defense for Poggi. But if it's proven that Poggi was the one who was offering this service, saying, oh, come to my business, pay me $150 and you can pet leopards, then Poggi's going to have some major, major issues. But either way, I think that Poggi is going to lose this case. I don't think he has any chance. And I feel bad for the guy that got attacked. I do. I hope that he makes a recovery, but from what I read, he does have some permanent damage. But at the same time, dude, I mean, come on. Why would you want to go into a cage where there is a leopard? I mean, come on. Do people not think about these things? And I'll tell you what it probably was. I'll tell you what probably happened. It was probably somebody that wanted social media fame, or somebody that wanted to brag to their friends, because people do really stupid things for social media fame. They will take pictures at really stupid places. I mean, how many times have people literally jumped the fence in zoos to take pictures of themselves in the enclosure with the animals? How many times has that happened and the animals have attacked them? So people do ridiculous things just to get any kind of fame on social media. They want to show their pictures. Hey, they want to show their friends pictures saying, hey, look, I'm petting a leopard right here. Look at this guy's posted on whatever social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever other nonsense they use. They want to show that off to their friends. That's probably what happened here, because part of the thing is that he was going to be allowed to take pictures. So Inside Edition also attempted to speak with the guy's attorneys, but they were unsuccessful. But like I said, I think this guy is going to win this case. And I've also covered a similar story many months back on this guy in Poland. This drunk guy in Poland had actually jumped the rail into a bear enclosure and actually attacked a bear and was actually trying to drown that bear. And that bear was actually very peaceful. It was actually shocked. It was actually very frightened when the guy was trying to drown it, and the bear was actually trying to get away from the guy. So the bear was actually trying to run away from the guy, but that guy was very lucky, because that bear could have killed him. It could have ripped him apart. But the bear in that case was friendly and just tried to escape from the guy. The bear in the end was traumatized, and now in this case here, this is a very different situation where you have a dangerous wild animal that's in a cage that this guy has at his house, where he has a bunch of exotic wild animals. I'm not an expert on Florida. I'm not an expert on these kind of laws. I don't know what it takes really to be able to own stuff like this. I'm assuming that you need a license to be able to own animals like this. I don't know why anybody would want to, but the guy was running a business. It's one thing if you're running a business where, you're showing people leopards. I would love to see a leopard too, but I would love to see a leopard through a glass, through a rail. somewhere where I'm safe at a distance. They're cool animals to look at, but they're not cool animals to go up to and touch. I wouldn't want to do that. Who else would want to do that? What's next? Are people going to pay $150 to be able to pet alligators? What's next? I wouldn't be surprised. You know, people really got to think about stuff like this, and I cannot believe that this happened. I mean, how stupid are people? Both the owner is stupid, and both this guy is stupid. I don't want to insult the guy too much, because the guy got hurt, and I feel bad about that, and I hope that he does make a recovery. But I mean, really, come on, dude. Why would you want to pet a leopard? So that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you guys think of this. I'll have a few sources on this link down below, but I still cannot believe this was real. This is one of the craziest stories I've covered. Let me know what you guys think of this whole situation. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, and if you're new to my channel, you might subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.